Has the Indian mutual fund industry achieved a new normal? Have we reached a new normal? Over the last 1 year, I would read so many articles written by mutual fund analysts and journalists specializing in mutual funds that it's a new normal. Look at investors. They're so mature. So many of them are investing on their own. They are going to grow the Indian mutual fund industry. It's a blue ocean scenario, stuff like this. Investors are capable of going on platforms and being there on their own. They don't need anybody's help. What is told in the public domain is sufficient for them. Journalism can do what fund analysts cannot do. This was said by an implicit mode, not directly. We can tell you, read our articles, watch our videos, and you can do whatever you want. When I read all these things, I told myself one thing: I will not react to any of this. And to be fair, I have not reacted till now. I don't plan to even in this video. But I'm going to tell you some observations which I saw. If you are a stakeholder in the Indian mutual fund industry, as an investor in the direct option, as an investor with a distributor, as an employee in the mutual fund industry, as a portfolio manager, or as the top management, these views are very, very important for me to share them with you. First, I think that our assessment of what an investor needs to be invested in a mutual fund has been wrong by a wide margin. Even today, I hold the view that if an investor is continuing to remain invested in a mutual fund product on his own, he is only relying on past performance and nothing else. Or he is relying on certain aura related to individual managers of the funds. But in investing, aura is temporary. It is never permanent. And we have seen how aura played its part with iconic fund managers in the last decade. And we have seen how investors behaved with such iconic fund managers too. So, India is not a place where fund manager aura can sustain an investor in a product. Only past performance has that power. That is if he is doing it on his own. Whenever past performance turns for the worst, I am quite confident the investor will go for the exit door. It has happened in the past and it will happen even now. Now let us come to the investor who is assisted by a distributor. Here, there is relatively more stickiness, but the whole ecosystem seems to hate the distributor. Not enough respect is given to the fact that a distributor creates the right behavior in the client. Any good distributor is certain to manage the client behavior well. It is a distributor who is doing it. But that is an underappreciated aspect of his job. What people see is how much he is paid. Here I have a very clear view that if you think somebody is overpaid, you are free to deal with what is the fair value he should be paid. You should not question the fact that he is even being paid, which is a very extreme view to take. Managing behavior is underappreciated. Nobody thinks it is important. Surprisingly, all these journalists who even go and attend Warren Buffett's annual general meeting come back and still don't appreciate the role being played in managing a retail investor's behavior. They don't do it. The reason I believe they don't do it is their exaggerated self-assessment that they know how to do it through their articles and video appearances. But go and look at any fund research article written in any newspaper. Their capability beyond assessing past performance is extremely limited. This is what made me come into this industry 15 years ago. Even today, I see only more flowery language and overconfidence in this journalism. I don't see content, I don't see capacity, I don't see caliber. So, an investor who sees all these journalist articles is unlikely to remain invested for a long duration of time. Because someday this guy will turn and say exactly the opposite of what he said earlier. Now, I'll give you an example. Same time last year, people were gloating in every newspaper column that SIP is here to say it is rising month after month, SIP stoppage rate is negligible. So, direct option is here to stay. Investors are going to be here happily ever after. Like a film finale, they had already sung this song. 1 year later today, the same guys are writing stories that SIP stoppage rate is 300%. Something is wrong. So, now they are manufacturing panic where they manufactured overconfidence 1 year ago. This is neither good analysis, nor good journalism, nor good ethics. But we are seeing this every single day, and in the coming months, we are going to see more of the same. So, let me condition you to this. Now, come to all our industry participants, all of us. We are also tending to keep flipping in line with flows. When flows are good, we are comfortable. When flows are bad, we are in a state of sulking. Now, as an investor, I would never follow this approach. As an investor, I would go into the market when the market is bad and invest, right? So, as a professional, I would ask my investors to invest. It is simple. You don't do it any differently for others than you would do it yourself. But industry somehow doesn't have the courage to do it today. And I feel that we are going to lose this courage in this calendar year unless we do something drastic to our own mindset. Somewhere I think when we get success, we take it for granted and we don't prepare for the difficult days. And when the difficult days come, we simply withdraw into a shell. That is not how a professional should be in any industry. And I think that it is time for our industry to change this. Lastly, to the asset gathering mindset of thought leaders. There is nothing wrong in gathering assets as an organization. It is the duty of our organization to grow stronger and to make the investors stronger. And asset gathering can be something which is synergistic for the organization and all other stakeholders, provided it is in the right place. You can't be gathering assets in a place where it is easy to gather assets. You should be gathering assets where it is very difficult to gather assets, which means you have to do heavy lifting. I feel that we as an industry, top down, don't have the capacity to work hard enough to gather assets in the places where it is difficult to gather assets. We have tremendous capacity to collect money where we should not collect money. And we show no resilience and willingness to work hard to gather money where it is most difficult to gather money. So, we are nowhere near a new normal. We are still doing more of the same. We have a long way to go in how all stakeholders come together to serve the investor better. But the good news is, I still see this as a great opportunity. I am not pessimistic. There is still time to change our approach, to change our orientation, to make our efforts more investor centric, to work harder and harder for the investor and make him understand that the value we deliver every single day is something that will change his life over the long run and give him better outcomes in his wealth creation. That opportunity is too good an opportunity to miss. And in our country, that opportunity is going to be there for a long, long time to come. So it is time for all shareholders to do the right introspection, to look deeper into our conscience and come out stronger. Because when we come out stronger, the investor becomes stronger and he is going to achieve more. And nothing can make our lives better in the future. Thank you for watching this video.